Mabuhay! We're Maui and Trizzy. For this trip to Siargao, Philippines, Maui left me, Trizzy, at home. She went with her girlies for 4 nights and they had the time of their lives exploring caves in water, swimming with jellyfishes, surfing for the first time, and other activities that'll make you want to book that trip to the surfing capital of the Philippines. But let's first share Maui's route to Siargao from Los Angeles, California. The route involves several stops. The first flight was with the incomparable STARLUXAIRLINES, stopping quickly at Taipei, Taiwan. Then going to Cebu's Mactan International Airport. From Cebu, they hopped on another airline, Cebu Pacific, to get to their final stop, Siargao's Sayak Airport. Prior to the trip, Maui emailed Isla Cabana Resort, the hotel they'll be staying at for 4 nights, to arrange pickup from the airport. They were very responsive with the service price of 300 pesos per person one way for a shared van. That converts to about $5 USD. It was a 45-minute drive to the hotel, which is easily located on the main road in General Luna. Isla Cabana Resort had a quick check-in process and the hospitable staff members assisted them to their villa. The room was called the Isla Mamon. It was a huge space with 2 beds, a large bathroom, and a private patio. The room included an espresso machine, a fridge, and a safe. Because the entire resort was so lush, their own patio was indeed secure and private, though the hotel is situated on the main busy road. Walking around the serene resort was like being transported somewhere deeper and even more peaceful in nature. On the other side of the front entrance is the reason why this place is a beachfront resort. There are 2 pools, and one is an infinity pool with the view of and access to the beach. This side of the resort also had a restaurant where they enjoyed dinner with pizza and mango shakes, and watched as the colorful sky transitioned to night. In the morning, they kickstarted their day at the complimentary daily breakfast buffet, choosing from traditional Filipino breakfast items to other non-traditional ones. The breakfast spread was not to miss. The rest of the day involved a boat tour that was booked in advance on Klook, a third-party booking site for $27 USD per person. The tour included a tricycle pickup from the hotel, which wasn't far from the port. After waiting for a few more people, it was time to cruise and start the Tri-Island tour.
Our first destination going to Guyam Island, second Naked Island, and the last one Daku Island.
The boat was very spacious and made for a comfortable ride around the islands. This small island had fun photo opportunities for its visitors. Conveniently, there's a store that sells drinks and food, with places to sit on the sand while taking in the gorgeous ocean view all around you. The next island had absolutely nothing on it, hence why being called Naked Island. Now it's time for some snorkeling. The tough part of this snorkeling experience was that the current was strong, but learning from our ghillie tea incident in Indonesia, there's no doubt Maui was equipped with the life jacket and even stayed near the ropes that people can hang onto. Daku Island is the biggest island out of the tour and was where they had their extremely decorated lunch spread.
Okay.
Heavy rainfall invaded this time, but once the rain stopped, Maui went into the water before moving on to the next island. The secret sandbar was just a quick last stop of the tour. Very few got off the boat as the water was waist deep and the sandbar wasn't visible. As they made their return back to the port, the tide was low. They also had to transfer onto a small boat to take them to the docks, as the bigger boat wasn't able to cruise that close to shore. To celebrate a fun day of island hopping, they went to grab drinks and a snack at the corner cafe. Maui indulged in a hazelnut latte with an ube cookie. Later that night, they walked to the highly rated Italian place, Kermit, to have dinner. The pasta matched the positive reviews and ratings. The next morning started off the same way with the delicious breakfast buffet at the hotel. Then topping it off with the side of tasty matcha latte and hojicha latte from Matcha Bar. Siargao, known as the surfing capital of the Philippines, brings in hundreds of thousands of visitors who particularly want to surf, whether it's for their first time or 100th time. There's a wave for every level. If you're wanting to either surf or just to view the surfing of others, Cloud9 is the place to go. There is a competition going on, and these competitions happen often.
A message to our non-competitors, please be mindful, do not encroach onto the competition.
And a walk along the pier to see how many people were getting lessons and how the surf was enough to convince these girls to get their first surfing experience. For first-timers, the 1-hour class was 600 pesos per person, about $11 USD. For someone to take photos of you surfing is an additional 500 pesos.
Smile!
After the lesson, Maui took to action in the shallow part of the water. It was a thrilling time for her, whether it was the takeoff or catching a wave. To regain some energy after surfing, they ate lunch at Fin and Fin Beach Shack, where tuna nachos and fish and chips were devoured. In the late afternoon, the last third of their entourage arrived, so a convenient dinner at the hotel's other restaurant was the meal of choice.
There is a life I lead in this city. Baby, cup my tea. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart.
They ended the night with a relaxing 1-hour foot massage across the street at Esencia.
When I return from the afterglow.
After breakfast, they got geared up for the epic Sohoton Cove tour. Pickup was with the mini jeepney to the Dapa port, a 45-minute drive from the hotel. Once they arrived, they hopped on a boat to go to the municipality of Socorro. They were welcomed with live music at their tourism office at the port. It was another 15 minutes of transport via shuttle van to the Daku Resort, their base for the tour. Here is where they received their briefing of safety measures, what to expect, and how the tour will go.
Are you all excited?
As they entered the lagoon, the cave ceiling was low, so everyone had to duck with their helmets on. Along this journey were little bats. When they got to the opening, the lagoon's pure blue water aligned beautifully with the tall limestone. Next, they cruised over to Hagukan Cave. Since it was high tide, they had the option to swim underwater with the help of the amazing tour guides equipped with flashlights to enter the cave, or stay put. Maui's intended 8 seconds of holding her breath as the guide assisted her underwater felt more than 8 seconds. But once inside, it was breathtaking. Pun intended. It looked like the water inside the cave was glowing green because of the light from the outside shining in. And the only way out is the exact same way, so back down underwater Maui goes and on to the next. This trip was taken in early May, so it was still too early for what's considered to be jellyfish season at the Jellyfish Sanctuary.
Oh, that's so pretty, the spotted one.
At this location was a hop off the boat in the middle of the ocean, snorkeling to view these stingless jellyfishes. And although it wasn't the season, there were a few cute tiny ones that appeared. If you wish to view and be surrounded by stingless jellyfishes, the month of June is the season for it. Their next stop involved another underwater journey, rock scrambling, and a jump into the water. Once you enter, there's no turning back. You'll have to continue moving forward. It was another cave with high tide, making this last stop a physical and mental challenge before lunchtime.
What's your step and what's your height? 3. Wow.
A brutal fight lunch was taken back at the Dagutan Resort. Everything from meat, seafood, veggies, fruits, and rice. The resort had diving boards and slides into the ocean.
Oh, he's standing.
Because the transiting of this tour was long, lunch was the last stop. Maui found this tour on Facebook, so we'll leave the contact information for Beautiful Siargao in the description.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
For their final dinner in Siargao, they went to Siargao Beach Resort and returned to Esencia for a vital, full-body massage. The last morning was spent back in Cloud 9 for another surfing session. It was so thrilling for Maui, she had to squeeze in another ride before heading to South Korea. Getting back to the airport, they booked a private shuttle for 2,000 pesos with the hotel. Along the way was a quick stop at Coconut Grove for a viewpoint of a vast land encompassing many coconut trees. It's rare for us to travel separately to international places, and hearing all this fun and adventures of Siargao really makes me wish that I had gone. When Maui returned from her trip, she demanded we go back together, so there's no doubt there'll be another Siargao trip in our future. Thank you for watching Maui and Trizzy. Please subscribe and get notified for more of our adventures. Salamat!